This is a totally dream scenario, but you look at this Las Vegas team, you look at the AFC West, how, the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, he wins everywhere he goes, and he comes to the Chargers first year. Justin Herbert looks really good, and the Chargers make the playoffs. The Denver Broncos, $89 million in dead cap space, but Sean Payton has his team with the rookie quarterback, same defense, same defensive coordinator that gave up a bunch of touchdowns to the Miami Dolphins. This team finally is in the playoffs. 1 year with all the shit that happened after Russell Wilson getting him out of town, and the relationship and how Sean Payton handled it was kind of poorly, but they have the right structure. They are a playoff team as well. They won and they got into the playoffs against the Chiefs, blew them the fuck out. Bad performance. Everybody in this division, in the AFC West division, is in position to compete, potentially win this division too if they make more moves. And the Chiefs, they're a fucking dynasty. They're on their way to potentially a three-peat. Who knows? Patrick Mahomes is not going anywhere. 29 years old. Andy Reid's still coaching. Travis Kelce will probably play for 2 more seasons or whatever. Xavier Worthy was a stud in his rookie year. Hollywood Brown. Rashee Rice is going to be back next year. So everybody's positioned greatly, except for the Raiders. The Raiders are still ass. They just fired Antonio Pierce, and just things don't look right for this team. Things look concerning. They really don't have much of a direction. Tom Brady is a part of ownership, and maybe he could do some things. I, trust his opinion on football and, him looking out, for prospects, head coaching. I trust him to get the job done. So it's good that they got him in the building. He has a good relationship with Shedeur Sanders, and I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be the best quarterback from this draft class. I think he has all the tools, accurate quarterback. At his highest, if he plays and he reaches his fullest potential, he could be like Joe Burrow. Really good pocket passer, good arm talent, clutch, showed up big for Colorado this year. A big reason why they had a lot of success. I know people look at Travis Hunter and the year he had, but Shedeur Sanders was going toe-to-toe with some teams without Hunter when in his absence. Kansas State had some really good performances, and as a passer, he's put up great production year after year. It doesn't matter where he's at, Jackson State or Colorado. So the transition for him into a bigger conference, it wasn't too much for him. So he did a great job. He's handled himself pretty well with all the pressure this Colorado team gets, with all the eyes that are on them, and the pressure in the pocket too. The offensive line's got better this year, but sacked 38 times this year. He still is able to, handle all of it pretty well and play at an elite level at the quarterback position in college football. Probably had the best quarterback season out of all the quarterbacks this year in college football. So I think he will translate pretty well to the NFL. It's just all about, development, the situation, all that. And I think Tom Brady, like I said, in the building, Tom Brady, a guy that had a good relationship with them, has trained with them. That's a perfect person for him to have in the building to talk to and connect with. And what better coach than Deion Sanders, a guy that's his father and a guy that knows how to get the most out of Shedeur and is going to put all the right pieces, and he's going to be able to control the situation for his son and for him to get the most out of, his rookie season and all the growing pains, everything that can happen for a rookie quarterback. I think Shedeur Sanders will be positioned best with Deion as his coach. And Deion, Shedeur, that would be very exciting. That would be box office in Las Vegas. You talk about putting butts in the seats, new stadium, all that. This team, they need more excitement to them. And Deion Sanders, what he brought to Colorado, the rappers, everybody was going to Colorado games. That'll be the same thing with Las Vegas. And he'll be able to get people to the Raiders with just, his aura, with just people want to play for Deion. They should definitely be a Hard Knocks team if Deion comes over there pretty soon. So yeah, you have some good players on the roster. Jacoby Myers was a 1,000-yard receiver this year. Pretty underrated receiver. Brock Bowers, generational tight end. Best tight end in the NFL as a rookie. Broke hella records. That's a guy that Shedeur Sanders will be connecting with. And if you look at what they got to do to make this happen, trade with the Browns, get that second overall pick, do what you got to do to make it happen. And honestly, if you want to go a little further, dream scenario, like I said, very unlikely, but trade Max Crosby and get a first-round pick, maybe a couple first-round picks for Max Crosby, send him to Detroit or send him somewhere else, a championship contending team, and you get a couple first-round picks and use that to trade up again in this year's draft to get Travis Hunter. Could you imagine that? Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders, Travis Hunter, and Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, that offense would be nice, and people would be tuning into the Raiders. And yeah, what better coach for Travis Hunter than Deion Sanders, somebody that knows him, a father figure to him, and somebody that's going to allow Travis Hunter to be Travis Hunter. He might play both sides in the NFL. Who knows? We could see that happen. We could see that definitely happen. So Vegas, the Raiders would be exciting once again if they do this. At the very least, Deion and Shedeur Sanders in Vegas. That's what Mark Davis needs to do. And he's an owner. Has some similarities to Jerry Jones, but not the same person as Jerry Jones. I could see him making a move like this. And what are their other options at quarterback? Aiden O'Connell, you're going to give him a third year as your starting quarterback. He's been ups and downs, more downs than ups. And free agency, you're going to go get a Russell Wilson? Justin Fields wouldn't be a bad option, but Kirk Cousins, it's not a lot of good options at quarterback other than being aggressive and go get your guy, the guy that you want, the guy that Mark Davis, we've seen him in clips, say he wants Shedeur Sanders in Vegas. Tom Brady, like I said, that's somebody that would probably want Shedeur Sanders in the building too. So yeah, this is a team that they have a guy in mind. Go get him. So another guy that could add to the mix, let's get even crazier, Cam Scatterboo, third or fourth round, take him. You need running back help. That's the perfect running back. He is a Raiders player. You already have Jackson Powers Johnson, physical, trash talker, perfect Raiders player at the center position. You get him in the mix. Brock Bowers, this offense would have a lot of talent. And yeah, I'm just salivating at the mouth just thinking about this Raiders team and the potential for them. They could be able to compete in a couple years with the Chargers, with the Chiefs, all those teams. They'll be competitive in their first year, but talk about winning the division, Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders. Yeah, I think Deion Sanders could create a winning culture in Las Vegas. And like I said, people are going to want to come to Vegas to play, and people are going to come want to watch Vegas. There will be a lot of attention around them, and that's what you want if you're Mark Davis.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.